This man gentleman is literally stealing Freedom Wallace. Someone have to stop this. This is crazy. Oh no! Oh my God! The masked man and DJ are stealing Freedom Wallace in the trunk of his vehicle.
You wanted the control of this show? You want freedom back. Ultimate betrayal. Oh, I can't believe this. I can't believe it.
Diamonds! I will quit on this. You're on! 'Cause we have the government! We own you!
Jody Threat, truly zombified here. Oh no! What? What? Freedom! No! Roll up! Jody, come down! Jody! No! Folks, this is a confusing scenario. No! Scary. Doctor! Freedom! So scary! Freedom's got the diamond.
It's a conspiracy.
There is no conspiracy! Saucer, I don't know how much more of this he can take. I've got this flying saucer! But the wrestlers in the ring here most certainly just seem to be compelled by some otherworldly force. Controlled by something beyond. Something unknown to man.
You are all invited to my wedding! Me and Jody Brett are getting married! I've got her a heck of a diamond!
Diamond.
I think it's about time we got this show started. I think it's time for a wedding. What do you guys think? Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the official for the wedding of Pretty Ricky Wilde and Jody Threat, the Reverend Old School Eddington James.
Hiya, folks, and welcome to Junction City Wrestling Presents Oktoberfest. I'm your host, Ed Canerva, and we're about to witness what many are calling the wedding of the century, only because something so inconceivable can only happen once a century. And, of course, today I'm not joined by Pretty Ricky Wilde because he's getting married. I'm joined by the Big Kahuna.
Yes, my dude, we are here today for a very unusual day. Like, I gotta say, holy moly, matrimony, my dude.
Just make sure you call it right down the middle, Old School.
You got Pretty Ricky.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome
Jody
the wedding
Threat.
party.
And this wedding party, I haven't gotten a good look at them, but I'm quite interested to see who's all here.
You know, I'm here and I wasn't invited, and quite frankly, that is just terrible. Needless to say, Matthew Bradley introduced this wedding as an auspicious event, but you gotta think this is a little bit inauspicious considering all the trance-like states Jody's been under. Could she possibly agree to such an insane marriage as Pretty Ricky Wilde?
I mean, yeah, you know, he says auspicious, I say suspicious,
Yeah,
my dude.
most certainly.
Just ever since she was in that trance back at 30:30 on Dundas, Jody Threat just hasn't been herself. And I mean, since then, Pretty Ricky has somehow convinced her that she is destined to be with him, my dude.
Swept in with those sugar lips of his and definitely sold her up the river because Needless to say, we're going to have to see how this transpires. Like most weddings that happen at a wrestling event, that'll go smoothly, I hope, for all those involved. They want to.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the groom, the Junction City champion, Pretty Ricky Wilde.
Here's, my ne'er-do-well co-host here coming out to the strains of a song that fits his personality.
This is definitely apropos, my dude, for this event. And what, my goodness, Pretty Ricky, it appears a member of his party is none other than Bradford Montague.
Hoisted aloft. Ricky needs to remember that fur is murder. Not that he cares. Classy as always. Leopard print. Fur coat. Ugh. Can't even walk his way to his own wedding. Can you believe it?
It's quite confusing. And then the bride's gonna have to walk her way down herself, I'm sure.
Most certainly.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, if you are able, please rise for the bride.
Quite frankly, I'm just curious who's going to be giving her away. I can't imagine that Jody's father would be okay with this.
He's got it, but, he's seen the footage. She's in a trance-like state. Fans here at Junction City Wrestling just eagerly waiting.
Anticipation building. Freedom Wallace! How?
Ugh.
That's just not right, my dude.
I already have a bad taste in my mouth.
I mean, yes. I think that might be Freedom's cologne. I do not know, dude.
It is quite pungent. Jody Threat looking like a blushing bride, but definitely not a bride with all of her wits.
Yes, she certainly seems like that trance from 3030 is still in effect here. I don't know if she would be able to commit to this sort of nuptials, my dude.
Most certainly not. She's a brash and brazen performer, and she's showing none of that today. Looking very meek and mild. Not even knowing how to enter the ring, a place that she's very familiar with.
Yes, indeed. Here we go, my dude. It seems we are prepared for this wedding.
Junction Craft Brewery is a beautiful venue, hosted many a wedding, but definitely nothing like this.
Good, and the camera's there, everybody, so especially you, keep that in mind. Where do I go? Okay, yeah. I'm the best man.
Freedom Wallace doesn't even know where he's at, my dude.
Directing this wedding.
Yeah.
You may be seated.
Seems like I don't want to
Welcome
get
to this
any
auspicious
ideas.
occasion.
Get any ideas in people's heads.
Dearly beloved.
But
We
it
are
seems like
gathered
some kind of
here
conspiracy.
Okay. So, thank you all for coming to my wedding. Thank you!
Thanks for the invite.
Wonderful. Okay, Jody, we are getting married. I have known you for most of my life, at least the last 11 months. And in that time, we have grown to be so close. I've seen you on at least 4 shows together. But dear, I think we have a real chance at making happiness here. Because you are destined for great things in this world. And now so am I. So, Jody,
I don't think Pretty Ricky is one of those great things that Jody's destined
so
for.
much money together, and I will live tremendously comfortably for the rest of our days.
4 shows does not a relationship make.
Okay, continue.
I don't know. My grandparents dated like 6 months before they got engaged.
Maybe it's different in the islands.
Okay, so she vows the same thing, and Jody also wants me to be happy. Jody vows to be a part of my life and whatever is necessary for Ricky to continue, correct?
Normally you have to say
Yes,
your
very
own
good.
vows.
You do. It's like you don't have your.
Part of the rules, right?
Yeah, the bride says her
But
vows,
sir,
the
do you
groom
have
says
the
his
ring?
vows. It's not one way, dude.
Yeah.
It's a two-way street.
This wedding referee is not. He's losing control of this wedding match.
It does seem that you are correct, Mr. Ed.
Who brought the ring? Come on. This is like wedding match 101. You got to bring the ring. They're in a ring and they don't have a ring. You know what I mean?
What in the? What is?
Oh wow! It's the diamond.
That the diamond?
I can feel its power up in the broadcast booth. They're gonna need that ring resized though. That's quite a large finger hole for that ring.
And yeah, for sure. It's not more so a bracelet than a ring.
I would say so. It's a big diamond though. It's a big rock.
This is the only diamond that we need. There you go. Yes, give me your hand. Your hand. The other one.
Ooh. Kuna, this is getting really official. I did not think this wedding was going to make it to this point.
Okay then. By the power vested in me
Oh no, someone's got
by Freedom Wallace,
someone's got to eject here.
I hereby pronounce you
No
man
objections.
and wife.
What?
Oh,
They're
You
married.
may smooch the bride.
ugh. He makes those smooth. Whoa. What's that? I think we have an objection. That is
Seems an
unidentified
objection.
flying objection.
And
Those classic saucer sounds that we've been hearing. Junction City Wrestling. Kahuna, I don't know if you can hear this, but those are some crazy saucer sounds. Wedding party is definitely making a beeline to the backroom area. They do not want any part of this. Looks like the participants in the match, or wedding match for that matter, classic trance-like state that we've been seeing. Oh, Saucerman. Here's our unidentified flying objection right here to this marriage. He doesn't want any of this. He's seen the conspiracy. He knows what's up. Ricky has now taken the diamond for himself.
I think I might be a little.
Kahuna, I think Jody snapped out of her trance. I know you've been mostly affected by these saucer sounds, but
Where's the diamond? What's going on?
What? What happened? Ed, what happened?
everybody went into a trance, and it appears like Jody is out of hers.
Whoa! Okay, Bradford. Anyway, that way.
Oh, classic Freedom Wallace move there, bailing.
Again, on the run.
Clan
Does he
Wallace
have the
taking the way
diamond?
out.
He's got the diamond. This can't be an official wedding.
Chased by Saucerman, though. We got a match here, folks.
It's Pretty Ricky Wilde versus his new wife, Jody Threat Wilde.
Ooh.
And Mrs. Wilde not happy.
I think the
about these
honeymoon-
nuptials.
The honeymoon period is going to be brief for these two, that's for sure. Oh. Turnbuckle. He's still got the belt on there in their formal wear. Jody is just stripping off the diamond, like the pearls up here.
What?
Oh, big.
Oh, a big slam on the pearls. Pretty Ricky.
Those are the pearls that Pretty Ricky
My
gave to
goodness.
her as a present. She doesn't remember that. Oh! That's the danger of wearing pearls into a wrestling match. Ooh, goes for another slam, but doesn't land it. Oh! Oh my. Oh! Wilde gets out of the suplex. Oh!
Oh no!
He's trying to consummate the marriage.
Oh my God!
Yikes. Talk about a submission maneuver.
Oh no!
Slips on the pearls
On
again.
the pearls.
You know, you gotta not wear pearls into a wrestling match. It's a big problem. Pretty Ricky working his newlyweds shenlock here.
It's terrible, dude. Like, just trying to put her in her place. She does not need to be put in any kind of place whatsoever, dude.
Most
She's
certainly
her
not.
own woman.
Wrestlers have a unique way of, dealing with marital strife, but this is just inappropriate.
And again, into another submission. Pretty Ricky. Jody Threat has to get out of this.
Jody snapped her senses. She wants nothing to do with Pretty Ricky and really wants to put him back in his place, but she's got to get to the ropes if she's going to do that.
Inching her way there. She's going for it. She's reaching. She's got it.
She's got it.
Oh,
She's got it.
goodness. Thank goodness.
We've got some officiants removing the Pretty Ricky Wilde wedding signs.
Yes.
Gingerly placing them at the side of the match. Now he's staring at me in a variety of different ways. They're aiming the sign at me. It's terrible.
I'm not okay with this.
No, I like you as a co-host. I don't need. Oh, lip lock. Lip lock. Lip lock. It's about to be applied.
Cover your mouth. Cover your mouth.
Ah, that's the way you do it. You can't kiss if you're being strangled. Nope. Nope. Test the strength.
Come on, Jody, you got this. You make the pants in this relationship. I'll do that. Come on, you got this.
Gosh, the strength of those lips, unparalleled.
Whoop.
Oh, out of nowhere.
And a cutter.
Incredible.
A diamond cutter by Jody Threat. My goodness.
Jody Threat giving Nair, his recent husband,
Doing-
ring of her own, diamond ring of her own, diamond cutter.
Doing DDP proud with that one.
Oh, certainly.
And Jody Threat just coming back to life.
Jody Threat trying to annul this marriage in a very quick manner. Ooh, yikes.
Putting her new husband in his place.
Incredible suplex. Jody is revved up. She does not want any of this. Ooh.
And again, Michinoku driver into the cover and out.
We could rename that the Jody Threat divorce.
I couldn't have said it better myself.
Divorce driver right there.
Oh, the garter is off, it appears.
Oh, she's got to throw that in the crowd.
Oh, right in the mouth of the groom. Oh my
That's one way.
goodness. Jody Threat picking him up.
Big time pickup. What's she going to do here, folks?
Oh, it's Freedom.
Freedom's
Again.
come back in.
On again.
Sossaman's back. Clan Freedom.
Jody Threat seemingly distracted.
Oh, no.
Look at
Quick
it.
roll up.
Pretty Ricky.
Ladies and gentlemen,
folks.
here is the winner of the wedding, Pretty Ricky Wilde.
You go to a wedding, you get a match, and it ends the way you don't want it to. Unbelievable. Folks, there's been hot lips being handed out to the audience here today on a silver platter, and you know that's what Pretty Ricky is. He's a hot lip on a silver platter. Just got handed that match to him. Oh boy, he's coming up to the booth, folks. Oh God. Oh boy.
Okay. All right. That hurt more than I could possibly imagine.
Oh boy. All right, folks.
Old school Eddington, everybody. He had one job to do. All right, ladies and gentlemen, our next contest is scheduled for one fall with a 10-minute time limit.
Now, Ricky, is a hot dog a sandwich? Like, would you call it a sandwich?
Duh. What else would it be? You think of anything else between a hot dog bun bread and you tell me that it's not a sandwich.
So if you put like a
Introducing first,
we'll get back
from Kurdistan, weighing in at 245 pounds, the beast from the Middle East, Karu.
through with a new lease on life. Released from the shackles, Buck Gunderson. Oh, that was a truly terrifying scream here, folks.
And his opponent.
Oh boy. Oh, I know that music. Not sure if I trust this character.
Just grooving along to the strength of Psycho Killer.
From Newcastle, England, weighing in at 13 what you say?
You know, British Brawler was able to grow a beard since I last saw him. Hey, those are mine!
Kicked you right in the balloons there.
Right in the manhood.
British Brawler looking like a bit of an atomic blonde out here. Riling up the crowd.
Oh, this crowd hates him. No one's cheering for him. Boo! Everyone's booing him. Boo!
Some revisionist history from Pretty Ricky.
What? I don't listen to Malcolm Gladwell.
All right, folks. Old School gets it started. Some two big men sizing each other up.
Yeah, two big men. Which one's bigger?
Yeah, you're right.
Say it for the blind, Ed. Who's bigger?
Carew is the bigger
Absolutely.
man.
Carew is the bigger man. I'm glad you were a big enough man to admit that.
Sometimes. Strong luck up. Carew again, that strength advantage perhaps pushes in the corner. Clean break though.
Perhaps Carew is a monster. I'll give you, Brawler's a brawler, but Carew is enormous.
Oh, reversal of fortunes there. Again, nice clean break. That's what we want to see in Junction City Wrestling. No drinking, clean breaks.
I can go for a longer break and certainly no more drinking with Bolo. I don't trust the look on that guy's face. Just like Brawler here, you know? Devious. They're up to something.
Hard to tell.
It's hard to tell. That's the problem. You never know what Brawler or Bolo are up to. They're scheming, conniving young men. Look at that.
I was just going to say. Yeah.
Wow, is he scary.
That was like an animalistic display there, folks.
Carew is a very intelligent man. I'm sure he's learned how to read at some point.
Oh. Immovable object.
You know what? I will admit that I expected Brawler to go flying on that. Ooh. Man, he is standing toe-to-toe with Carew. I wouldn't have guessed that, honestly.
Using his speed perhaps to his advantage, but can only be so fast.
You can only be so lucky when you're in there against Carew.
Oh, wow.
Destroyed him.
I'm amazed he got back up.
See the intensity he's coming off the ropes with? My lord.
Carew working that headlock, wearing down his opponent. Oh, wow. That's press. Right into some ground and pound. Oh, swinging armbar. Submission attempt here, folks, early. I don't know if Carew's worn down enough. Up, yep. Escapes to a pin.
I believe the term is wishful thinking by the Brawler.
Oh, wow. Just tossing the big man around.
Oh, these two behemoths finding themselves on the tippity-top rope. Big strike right to the jaw. Brawler's going to be eating his lunch through a straw.
Boy. This is a place that Brawler does not want to be.
British straw. Didn't work.
Oh, close.
Yeah. Good luck. Brawler smart, holding on as best he can to the top rope. Oh my
Going
Lord.
back to that arm.
Didn't see that one coming.
Rope assisted armbar here, folks. Punishing.
You know, what do you think? If Carew gave up in there, do you think the ref would give him the match?
Tough to say. You know, he's kind of in the ropes.
No, it is not tough to say. He's on the ropes. It's a cheat by Brawler. He's a thieving, conniving young man.
But as Old School gets older, it's hard to tell with his eyes.
God, is he old.
Again, Brawler smart here going. Oh, boy.
That was aggressive. Man, look at Brawler's back. Did he get smashed with something?
Got some welts, that's for sure.
God, Carew is taking it to him.
Brawler focusing on that arm.
Surprised Brawler can focus on anything.
Brawler fully in control here, picking apart Carew.
I wouldn't say he's fully in control.
you know?
It's always a bit, anarchy, a little bit of a loose cannon.
Yeah, I'm not sure he can trust himself. He has certainly taken it to Carew a lot more than I expected.
Oh! Yep.
I'm going to tell you right now, that will be a pivotal moment in this matchup. Brawler's going to have a hard time recovering from that one.
Took a little bit too much there. Oh, there's some arm work of his own. Wow.
Again, what I was speaking to, Carew showing more brains than he was before, more than people give him credit for. Going right to that arm, he saw the injury and he's attacking it.
Oh, just ringing it in.
You gotta think about how scary that is. Not only is he a monster, but he's intelligent.
Folks, as you can see, Ricky was talking earlier about those welts in the Brawler's back. Just
They're getting bigger.
Yeah, oh. It's like a mood ring, but for injury.
I almost didn't know if that was there before the match started. Looking at this beating, my God, with headbutts.
Yikes.
Carew is attacking it.
It was a total disregard for his own safety with those headbutts. Goes for
Doesn't seem to be affecting him, though.
Just a 2 count.
I'll tell you, when I throw those headbutts, they knock me loopy for a couple of days. Carew does not seem to have that problem.
No.
Just keeps driving his head.
Incredible.
Oh, that is not a good sign for Brawler.
International sign of it's over. No. Wow.
Carew himself is pretty well the international sign for it's over, and he's showing that with these huge punches to the jaw of Brawler. The British jar.
Bit of brawling himself there from Carew. Fans are loving it here. Junction Craft Brewing. Yow. Crew's gonna wake up with one heck of a headache. Not unlike Bolo Fun.
Well, you have to assume he's going to get a big headache. Look at the size of his head.
True. All that hair.
You can say it's hair. Look at his skull. It looks Jurassic.
Oh! Wow!
My God.
Oh! Just an exchange. Ooh! Wow! Both men.
Those are big boys to be bouncing like that, ladies and gentlemen. That is not easy on the spinal cord.
It has been tit for tat in this match, folks, and I don't know who's going to get up to their feet first.
Let's hope that one of them does.
Crowd chanting behind them. Really just in an appreciation of this match, this contest. Seems to be equal footing there. Ooh.
My God.
Oh. British Brawler with an October forearm. Oh. I think that's it, folks. Oh, picked him out. Oh. That's it. I think that's it, folks. Oh my gosh. Carew just persevering.
Persevering and perspitating. Carew is, well, my apologies. Carew is on his back a lot more than I had expected this match.
Ooh. Maybe it was a bit of a thinking man's game there from the monster.
Yeah, wouldn't have expected it, but there they are, the knees to the spine.
Laying the trap. Again, both men struggling to get to their feet after this brutal contest. Carew with seemingly slight advantage. Ooh. Oh, wow. Oh. Self-induced concussions here from Carew. Wow, the whole ring move.
That is very uncomfortable.
Oh,
My God.
Ooh. That was a belly to Brawler right there, but it wasn't enough.
Belly to Brawler, good one. Yeah, I hate that guy, I really do. I think his blonde hair is smug, but quite frankly, he got squashed like a bug there by Carew. The fact that he kicked out does speak to this man's intestinal fortitude.
Truly unbelievable, folks. I don't know what Carew needs to do. Oh, goodness, no. Oh, wow, folks. Switching it up. Brawler in disbelief that pinning combination didn't work out for him. I don't know where he got the energy to even pull off any of those moves.
Yeah, the time that Carew threw Brawler across the ring and then the ring shifted 6 inches.
You gotta think.
Pretty well, I had written Brawler off at that point. I can't believe. Oh, there's another moment. My God.
Ladies and gentlemen, 1 minute remains in this contest.
Gotta think that's gotta rev them up.
God, this has been 9 minutes of these two slugging at each other. I can't believe the intensity of these two behemoths.
In this last minute, we're going to see a flurry, I think, folks. They're going to want to decide this in the ring.
Now, this really comes down to who wants it more. I talked about how big Carew is. That doesn't seem to matter right now. Brawler's coming at it with a lot more than I expected.
Carew drawing on the monster
toe to
thing.
toe, throwing strikes at each other. My God, one man's got to go down for this match to finish properly.
Chopping the tree down. Oktoberfest living up to its name.
Who wants it? My God!
Oh, Carew just, he can't take any more blows. Neither men.
But swing on him!
Ooh. Shaking the cobwebs. Oh.
I cannot describe to you how long 1 minute feels when you are in a war like this. Ladies and gentlemen, these two are gladiators here tonight.
Oh my God! Wow! Oh, folks. I just saw Mass move through the air at a speed that I did not think possible. Oh, no, that can't be it. That can't be it.
Ladies and gentlemen, time has elapsed. This match is a draw.
The fans, they're not happy with it right now, but I think they're happy with what they saw. What a competition.
Ladies and gentlemen, how about a round of applause for the competitors, Carew and the British Brawler.
Well, that clears up that mystery. Brawler was not good enough to get it done. Carew was clearly the better man.
He hung on. Both men are going to be feeling this match for maybe the rest of their careers.
Yeah, look at this. Oh, my God. Brawler's back looks rough.
Yikes.
Yep, I would definitely say that Carew won that one.
Yep.
Headbutt him, Carew. Knock him unconscious.
Oh.
Don't touch him, Carew.
Fans not sure what they want here. Beautiful display of Junction City wrestling
something like that in a
sportsmanship.
wrestling ring. Neither of them won. Neither of them
Incredible.
won. Don't raise their hands. That's gross.
This is more acrimonious than your wedding.
How dare you?